How's it going, everybody? My name is Chase Teep and welcome to my channel. Today I've got a little bit of a different video. Normally I just try to be as informative as I possibly can and just create videos that are super valuable to you guys as audience members so that you can learn something about personal finance, something about saving money, something about living frugally, just anything like that that can actually bring some value to you. But today I want to turn that on its head just a little bit and actually talk about why I'm frugal. In the last couple months, I have posted a bunch of videos about living frugally, saving money, being a frugal person. And while you guys know exactly what I do to be frugal and how I'm able to be a frugal person, you don't necessarily know why. And so in this video, I kind of want to give you guys a little peek behind the curtain into why I'm a frugal person, how I became a frugal person in the first place, and honestly, why I'm here on YouTube discussing frugal living with you. This video is going to be a little bit more story-driven than most of my videos usually are, and hopefully you guys are interested in that. And with that, let's just get into this video into why I'm frugal. Alright, so I am a frugal person. If you've watched even a couple videos on this channel, you'll know that for yourself. And actually I already have a video about how I was able to live for less than $1,000 a month while living in Los Angeles, one of the most expensive cities in America, in the world, honestly. So if you're interested in that video and just want to see that as kind of a baseline before watching this video, just click on that. There'll be a link right in the top corner of your screen. And in that video, you will see that I'm actually recording from inside of my pod. It's basically a box that I lived in for about 7 months, and I shared that one-bedroom apartment with 3 other people who all had their own pods as well. And that's just one of the ways that I was able to save a lot of money while living and working full-time in Los Angeles. And if this is your first video of mine that you've ever watched, that is the first experience you've gotten where you've seen that I'm really a frugal person. I decided to share a one-bedroom apartment with 3 other guys. So it was honestly a pretty crazy thing to do at the time, but I really did it because of financial reasons. I wanted to save money. But my desire to live frugally actually goes way further back than that. And because of that, I'm going to take you back into my college days. I went to college at Arizona State, and this is truly where I started practicing frugal habits. You see, before college, I was one of those people who thought that one day I wanted a nice house with a massive backyard. I cared way more about the backyard than the actual house. And I thought that things like that, having a nice house, a nice car, and other material possessions were a sign that I was making enough money and that I was living a happy life. But in college, I really learned that it was very different from that. And when I stepped onto the college campus for the first time ever, I didn't have the sense of being a frugal person. I wasn't someone who actively was always trying to save money. That's not who I was from the start. It was something that actually grew over time. And what really forced me to learn that fact was actually having a full-time job during college where I was making like $200, $250 a week, even though I was working 60, 70, sometimes 80-hour weeks. As you can imagine, looking back on that, I'm not very happy that I actually stayed and kept working on that job. It was something that they totally took advantage of me, and I wish that I hadn't done that. But by having that job and being in college at the same time, I really learned that even if I had a much better paying job than that, I wasn't making any money. And you're probably wondering what I mean by that, but honestly, it was coming to the realization that once I graduated from college, I was going to be saddled with a massive amount of student debt, and any amount of money that I made in the future actually belonged to other people. I had to pay that debt off first, so any money that I actually made was going to debt. None of it was actually going to be coming back to me. And that's when I realized that I needed to be frugal. I needed to start saving money so that I could pay off that debt faster. And that realization, of course, came out to be true. I currently have about $60,000 in student debt. And I actually consider myself to be a little fortunate. I graduated in 2.5 years. Once I realized that this debt was going to be astronomically high, I decided to just get out as quickly as I possibly could, get my degree as fast as possible, and just get out of that debt as quickly as I could. If I had actually stayed at college for 3 or even 4 years, that number would have been insanely high, and I'm very glad that I got out when I could, because it actually kept this number to be something that I consider a lot more manageable. And at the same time, with the student debt looming over me, I realized that if I wanted anything else that I had dreamt of as a little kid, a nice house or a nice car, I would have had to pull out some money, pull out a loan, and actually go further into debt just to own those things. No matter what I tried to do at that point in my life, I realized that it was going to take a loan in order to accomplish it. And I realized that being under that much debt and constantly owing money like that, you're not really financially free. I really felt like I was limited in any financial decisions that I could make at the time. Anytime that I spent money on something that I didn't need, I felt like I was wasting an opportunity to actually get ahead on paying off my debts. And similarly, anytime that I didn't save a little bit of money here and there, I felt like I wasn't making progress. Even though I was making some progress little by little, I just felt like I could always be doing more. And that's when I really started to learn about this concept of frugality and really get behind it and start learning that I could live below my means and actually put a bunch of money towards saving, or in my case, towards paying off my student debt. And that is still my goal to this day, to pay off my student debt as fast as I possibly can. So for me in my life, anytime that I'm able to save a little bit of money, it means I'm getting one step closer to paying off that student debt, whether it's not buying organic bananas or choosing to live in a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment with 3 other guys. Saving money is equal to paying off debt, and paying off debt is equal to approaching financial freedom. And that's just something that I really, really want in my life. I realize that it's something I've never had. I've always been behind on paying debts and things like that. And one day, once I'm able to do this through living frugally, I will be out of debt and be able to spend my money and do whatever I want with any money that I make. It's going to belong to me. And that's just a feeling that I've never known, but that I'm really, really, really looking forward to knowing. And I can only really get there, in my opinion, through living frugally. So that is really what got me into living frugally, was this desire to really just pay off my debts as quickly as I possibly could. Living frugally was honestly a tool that I could use to accomplish that goal faster than I thought I could ever possibly accomplish it. And you could say that that's the reason why I'm frugal. If you're going to ask me why I'm frugal, that could be the answer, paying off debt. But honestly, I think it actually goes one step further, and to show you why and what I mean by that, I really want to take you back to this goal that my younger self had and the difference between then and now. I thought that living a happy life meant having a nice house with a massive backyard and then having a nice car and material things like that. But living frugally has taught me that that's not the case at all. I can actually live and be happy on next to nothing. That's the true lesson that living frugally has taught me in my life. I could mow lawns a few days a week for an entire year and live very happily and well within my means. Being frugal makes me happy. I really enjoy saving as much money as possible. It's just a lifestyle that I cannot imagine living without. It's this habit, this constant drive to save more money than I could before and just be a little bit more frugal than I was yesterday. I just can't imagine a life without that. And so initially, being frugal was actually just a tool that I thought I was going to use to pay off my student loans and become financially free as quickly as I possibly could. But what I've learned since then is that living frugally is just something that I enjoy so much that I don't want to live without it. And that's a lifestyle that I'm choosing to continue doing. That's why I'm frugal, because living frugally, saving money, it's just something that I enjoy so freaking much, and it makes me so happy that I just want to keep doing it as long as I possibly can. Living frugally for the last few years has really just shown me that I don't need a lot of things to survive, and I don't need a lot of things to stay happy and really enjoy the life that I'm living. All I need are a few dollars in order to make myself a peanut butter and jelly, and I'll be pretty happy with that. But that just about wraps up the video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed. I know that this was a very different video than what I normally post. It was kind of just story driven and about me. But if you did enjoy, please, please, please let me know by turning that like button blue before you go. That would mean so much to me. I really want to know if this type of video is something that anybody out there is interested in. So if it is and you enjoyed this one, please turn the like button blue before you go. And don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss any of the other videos that I publish in the future. The easiest way is to just hit that subscribe button. It's going to be popping up on your screen around this region pretty soon, so make sure to click on that. And I posted this entire video showing you guys exactly why I'm frugal, and what I would really love from anybody out there watching is to reply and comment down below. Let me know why you guys are frugal. Let me know why you guys save money. That would be so cool to know exactly why you guys do it, now that you know exactly why I do it. But with that, I really want to enjoy this peanut butter and jelly pretty soon. So I hope you guys are, as always, having an amazingly frugal day, and I will see you all again next time.